I had been struggling with digestive problems after a surgery. I had a hiatal hernia surgery, and the result of that is I had some digestive challenges, and that was exemplified with diarrhea. And so I didn't know what caused it, and so I started to see a gastroenterologist who put me through a whole battery of tests and couldn't come to any conclusion. He put me on several different medications at the time over a 2-year period, and I had no results. And his conclusion was that I had irritable bowel syndrome, and there was no relief. And so for 5 years, I gave up on the drugs that weren't treating symptoms, and there was no information available to me on what was causing my digestive challenges. And so I gave up, and so 5 years I've been struggling with diarrhea. On top of that, my thyroid, I was vacillating between hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. And finally last February, I woke up at my desk at work at 8 o'clock at night, and my head was on the desk. I had passed out and didn't know I had passed out, and I just, out of exhaustion and fatigue, I passed out, my head on the desk, and woke up at 8 o'clock. And I knew I was in trouble. There was something wrong, and I couldn't seem to get relief with this fatigue. And I ultimately, during the spring, I was taking 2, 3, 4, 5 naps a day and not seeming to feel good. And so I was having significant problems. I went to see an endocrinologist who said that I might have, he did a battery of tests and said I might have Hashimoto's disease, and he put me on a synthetic hormone to help my thyroid. And it really didn't help too much, and but he said Hashimoto's is probably what you're suffering from, but he said he didn't know, and no one knew what caused Hashimoto's. There was no known cure, and his best solution was his synthetic thyroid. So I couldn't determine what was wrong with me, what the cause was. And we were pretty desperate, and so my wife Diane started doing some research on Hashimoto's disease and what we could find out about it. And through her research, we found Integrative Wellness Centers in Dr. Shields and Dr. Paris. So they started talking to me about leaky gut and the impact of leaky gut on these kinds of symptoms that I was experiencing. And so I was very interested, and so I signed up for the program and started to follow, under their guidance, a diet change and supplements, and really started looking at my health, exercise, and my work habits, and diet, obviously. And this leaky gut was causing both the thyroid condition and my challenges with my digestive tract. And so I have now been on the program for about 3 months. And what I've experienced is significant weight loss. I've lost over 30 pounds. I've got significant increase in energy. My digestive tract is totally healed. As far as I know, it's totally changed. And I'm very normal now in my eliminations. And I'm on the path of health. So in hindsight, I would just highly recommend going to see Dr. Shields and Dr. Paris and talk about your symptoms and the issues, and their experience would, I'm sure, be a benefit to you. It's a great program, and I will say that they give you great support not only just in the recommendations on what to eat and the supplements, but also the encouragement that you need to sustain the disciplines.